Hey Kaiju fans, so we got a cool figure for you to take a look at. So I was going through my parents' house and I found this box that was lying in one of the closets. It's the RC Godzilla 1989 version, Biollante in particular. This one's made by Tokyo Marui. This is actually a huge box, and I was able to get this from a family friend who went to Japan. It measures approximately 30 inches long, or 28 is to be precise, and it is approximately 25 inches high. So yeah, quick story. My family friend who went over there, went all over Japan, was able to find this figure, and him and his family were able to put it in a very, very large suitcase. So very hard to find, but it was one of the highlights of my Godzilla collection. So just kind of to quickly go over the box itself, I think it's very nice looking personally. It's got a view of the actual remote control, and I believe a lot of this, some of it's in English, some of it's in Japanese, but there's a number of functions that this figure has, and I'll go ahead and go through with it in the next section. Alright, so here's the actual figure itself. It's quite massive. Just to put that into perspective, it is about 32 inches long, and it is about, let's call it 24, 23 inches high. So this is a massive, massive figure. It's probably bigger than a lot of the figures that are being made today. And the unique thing about this figure is that there's actually an endoskeleton, and there's a shell on the outside. And the shell is very, very well crafted. I think this is probably the best crafted figure you can find out there in the market, even though this is, I think, 31 years old at this point. But the skin is predominantly made of this rubber, and it's very flexible because obviously the figure has to move, so it can't just be a hard plastic. However, fins, some of them are made of rubber, but some are also made of plastic. And the toenails, as well as the fingernails and the teeth, are also made of plastic. So let's take a look at the face here. The irises are made of plastic, but they're very, very well painted. And if you look very closely, you can see that there's a sort of a piece of plastic, a clear piece of plastic, and then there's a painted iris behind it. In addition to that, the teeth are amazing looking, to be honest with you. If I touch them, they almost feel like real animal teeth in a way. And as you can see here, Godzilla has a few rows of teeth, and they're all very well painted as well. Okay, now the chest is also very unique, because you can see here that it's made of rubber, and there's actually some padding behind it to give it volume, but there's these little holes, if you can look closely, that represent where Godzilla can actually roar, and there's a speaker behind this chest area, and these holes are to allow for the sound to escape the figure underneath. Okay, another cool feature about this, and certainly because it's a mechanical device, it can't walk upright like an animal. There's this little kind of wheel that sits in this section that allows the body to move forward without the tail dragging. Unfortunately, this figure no longer walks. I think it's just been because it's old, and I've had it in storage for a number of years now. But when it walked, there'd be this wheel, and it would sort of drag along as he's moving forward. Okay, so I'm going to try to give you guys a little view into the skeleton itself. I don't want to necessarily pull everything apart. But there is a Velcro seam that kind of comes across the fins right here, and when you're trying to assemble this thing, you basically have to fit the endoskeleton into the skin itself. So this is kind of what it looks like underneath. I hope you guys can kind of see that. I will pull out the battery case to show you how to put the batteries in. Okay, so we have this kind of battery harness that comes out of the figure, and there's a few things you're going to have to do with it. Number one, you have to load the batteries, which I will do now. And these are D cell batteries. Alright, so let's give this thing a try. I'm going to hit the wave the head button. Okay, let's go ahead and try the bark now. I'm going to hit this button here. Alright, let's try the tail. Okay, and here's the fun part. You can combine the head and the bark at the same time. Let's go ahead and try that. Okay guys, yeah, so that was the download of this cool Tokyo Marui 1989 Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Biollante. Certainly a really old figure. I don't think they make these anymore, but I hope you enjoyed watching the demonstration. If you like our content, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, and head over to KaijuKingdomCollectibles.com. We carry other similar Kaiju products. We'll catch you next time.